bit of content and then we can play with it on the live stream. Yeah, because it doesn't actually have to just always be you on camera playing.
Yeah.
You can actually, you can narrate if you want. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can play something and then talk about it and not actually be streaming yourself. And yeah, there's various different
voice
things.
over.
Yeah.
Can we do Baby and Fill Out?
Choose what you want to, if you like that picture, you can just choose that and that kind of thing. So yeah, there's different.
All right, then we'll have a go and see what we come up with. Does it? We'll just have a go.
I think I'll bring the mic as well.
You interview the one pension for an hour. Is it one interview for an hour? For you?
Yeah, one.
Person? Do you think you'll get an hour out?
Just make sure you've got boxing in the machine.
No, I just mean you might not feel comfortable to talk about
No, in the memoirs,
depending who it is.
some people did 2 hours,
Yeah.
some people did an hour and a half. Yeah, Phil did. Some people did 30 minutes.
Yeah, that's all. It's a lot.
So it didn't matter.
One person, whatever time it comes.
Yeah.
Mine was over 4 hours long.
Yeah, we had to be. Well, I'm not shocked.
Over 4 hours.
No, but I'm just, yeah, I think we should just focus on that. You get a feeling.
It doesn't have to be dead on an hour, though, does it? You know, like, if it's only 20 minutes, at least you've got some content from it. Right, you can discuss that afterwards. Yeah, but you're giving that hour's time if they want to carry on talking.
Yes, and you just know that you've got a maximum of 1 hour.
Yeah.
Whatever you've got to say, you need to say in 1 hour.
Yeah.
Unless you say
Who's the first interview? Who's the first interview?
How old are they?
We'll try it out. We'll have to
Try
decide.
out interviewing.
No, why don't you just get some
Somebody
news?
else have the questions and ask them and see how it goes. You know, because when you ask people questions, you know what you're going to ask. What you're going to ask them, yeah. Top of your head. You know. Yeah, exactly. Right. So a lot of us here have not done interviews. I mean,
to do the interview, to actually do an interview.
So they can say what they want to say about you, saying too much. Ask them a question, and they'll tell you, right, well, this is how it was, and you know, and then you go to the next one, how did you feel about it? You know, things like that, and then they go, yeah, let's come out.
And then,
you know,
he's trying to listen, trying not to say.
all you're doing is asking the question, and they give you the answer. Sit there and let them give you the answer to it, how it was for them.
Just have your list of questions.
Yeah, because if someone, you know, like in my case, some people like can stop talking and so you should have some questions there.
Ready, in case
the conversation dries up.
Keep it going.
So you can keep it going.
Or you could just say, the fuck have you tried up for you, Mum? What the hell's wrong with you? What's wrong with you, cunt?
Don't be tight, just go like that.
Don't be tight.
You know what split is, don't you? Oh, I remember that, I remember the first smoked it.
I'll give you a glass of Prosecco, the next thing you'll be like, oh, you know well. Yeah.
No, I was saying, Linda, am I trying to do a telephone interview with my nana?
Oh, that'd be wonderful.
Oh, from St. Kitts, yeah.
Oh, that'd be so wonderful.
And she likes it.
See?
Okay, that's what we need.
See what I mean? Some people love to.
And Phil won't be able to get.
We could arrange to
Oh, that'd be so
so you do it, we organise it.
Well, I was just about to say, if you do it through, there's ways to capture it through your laptop so you can stream that to the audio and have that. So, yeah, the stuff you can do like that, definitely.
That's what I mean. We've all got one family member, haven't we?
Talk shit.
No, but I bet she's got great things.
Oh, yeah.
And they've got great ways of saying it, haven't they? You know, like really, with the little problems. Yeah.
Should be coming over proper, you know what I mean? That St. Kitts chat. But I remember you, Nana. You know what I mean? Because I knocked about with Desmond.
Is her class like
Yeah, facing Zach.
Does she talk? No?
Not completely outside, no.
I think he was next door, wasn't he?
Oh God, she's not authentic enough. We only need a decrypt on the decrypt. Yeah.
I've lived in some Jamaican houses when I was young. They're more British and British. Yeah. Serious, more British and British.
I remember, like, my auntie Clara, remember Hexacy?
Yes.
His wife Clara, she had pictures of the Queen in the toilet everywhere, man. Stealing everywhere.
They had a park, with all the fancy cushions and all the bright colours.
Your dad used to have a stand up cabinet.
Yeah, they're watching the dog.
But that's the indoctrination.
Go on, one conversation, folks. Do you know what? We've not heard from. Oh, he's got black gloves on. We've not heard.
He's got the gloves on.
We've not heard a word from you, Ivan. What's go on?
What's going on?
Yeah, I've just been listening.
Well, so have you got
What
a
I
family
need to do is interview somebody. I need to interview someone myself.
Have you got family members?
Well, this is what I've been thinking of. No, I've not got no connection at the minute. Because I'm thinking about that. I would need to find someone so that I could interview them.
Would you like to do it then?
Yeah, of course I would. Why not? Well, once I've got my list of questions that I know I'm going to be asking them, you know, that's not a problem. We all like to talk. Sometimes.
Everybody does.
I'm not kidding.
Can't share it, sorry.
What?
Sorry, man.
I don't want to share anything.
When you come like your family get older, you try and get family that, you know, them ages. Where are them ages now?
Leave no trace.
No fingerprints on the neck.
That's right.
I'd like to maybe meet Linda
An hour.
before next week as well. Just try and make it in 3D, the space.
You understand what
I'll try and make the actual space.
Yeah, because I think it'll be nice to start seeing it.
Oh no, that'd be great actually.
Yeah, so
that'd be
it
really
won't take long
useful.
to do. Just because you can put chairs wherever you want, but you.
No, that would be really useful.
It won't really, and I can show you what all, I mean, it'll just be a few boxes like, but it's still the centre space we're going to have and stuff, and I can get the measurements as well.
I know it's getting
How long's it in for?
March.
What?
When we come back, beanbags are in there too much.
You're right.
Beanbags.
What does everybody, let's just ask, does everybody fancy doing an interview, to interview somebody?
Yeah.
I'd give it a try. I couldn't interview a stranger, but I can try and interview my nana.
That's a great idea.
With me being a caretaker, right, I speak to tenants from...
Oh, you'd be
I work in 3 high-rise
and you'd be good for it if you just stay away from the
and so...
You can do the ones that are a bit later on. Yeah, it's the night
You chat to the tenants though, don't you?
Yeah.
The older ones I'm talking, I love listening to their old stories.
No, exactly, I do.
I'm gonna talk to the old black ones, like. No, honestly.
The old
Go on,
Well, you know, the ones who are older than this white guy here.
go on.
This is what's really scary about live streaming, all the shit that comes out your mouth.
Oh, fuck off, I put all of this on, it makes no difference. Yeah.
They
Go
say
on.
things to me like,
You're actually fucking typing it. You get a chance in a minute, Dave.
Go on, Dave. Go on. Go on,
you
Dave.
reckon?
Yeah.
You say things to me like, how come you know such things about black man thing? Because I go on about the blues and all, like, you know, the shebeens and then the places what was round Moss Side at the time. There was loads of gaps and everything. I know, but and you're just amazed by me kicking off with these names and I mention these blues like, you know, 3 Stumps and all this and the Denmark and the, you know, Lagos Lagoon and just all these places we went to, Rainy City. How come a white boy knows so much about black man thing then? I said because it was there, you know, because it was there. And most of my friends
Do they talk about their life?
You don't get word in it.
I was just being polite, but go on.
I've got one guy called Mr. Johnson, he's in his 80s. Oh, I tell you man, he's top off by him. Anyway, that's my interview.
You were saying before
about the ages that we're going to do. It's just something that's coming to my head.
Go on.
Leroy came here on a boat, and there's a story of how he got here. He was 9 when he came here and travelled on the ship. So not me doing it, but there's somebody to interview him, to tell you the story of how he got put on that boat, and I'm not going to tell you about it, but people will probably go, did that happen? But I know it did because his mum told me as well, God bless her soul,
Through the eyes of a child.
But
Yeah.
at 9 years of age, how he got put on that boat for England, ship, sorry, as he call it, a boat, and the pictures that we've got, they took the picture of him the day he was coming.
Oh, that's
He
happening.
stood him next to someone and he had a little hat and his short pants and his white shirt.
Freezing to death.
You know it was warm there because he was in Jamaica, wasn't he? He was in Clarendon.
You alright with him?
And he didn't know that he was coming to England.
He didn't know he was what
He didn't know he was coming to England.
Stop
it. No, I swear to God, you must leave us.
That's the one that made me cry. Patsy, the same thing. She woke up in the morning in her country where she lived, and then the next thing she woke up in England.
He didn't know he was coming
Freezing.
in. He lived in the country. He lived with his uncle and auntie. His mum had been here in England. She went home to pick him up, to bring him to England. How he got come on the boat. And I know the way he said it is, his uncle said to him, but wait, Lloyd, they called him Lloyd, he always had another name in Jamaica.
Yeah, they
so
do.
It's Leroy, but he's called Lloyd. Lloyd, wait, but not let your mother up there on the ship. Just run, go tell her goodbye.
Oh.
They got her on the ship, they put the plank, he never came back, he never went back to Jamaica.
Oh my
That's
God.
how he got him here.
Well, that's
he
a
tells
great
the
story.
Yeah, you
of
need
the
him.
journey on
Yeah.
He'd never been on a ship before.
Yeah, what a great story.
And again, it's another generational thing, like I said, through the eyes of a child, which we don't see.
You've got a
Yeah.
sadistic side, like you feel like alcohol and good boy.
For 9 years, because his mother was here.
Oh, so he's took from his nana who looked
Yeah, he's
after
actually
him.
And his mum came here, you see, with his dad, and all the other boys were born there, come here, and then the girls were born here, and then the last child that she left in Jamaica, he didn't come here till he was 15.
Wow.
And that's all them years later.
One conversation, please. Yeah.
Well, they did it, they got settled, got
That's it, yeah.
That's the story of the Windrush again.
So if there's somebody that would interview him, he would, I'll ask him.
Why would you not ask him?
And my
No, I don't want to
great-grandmother said I
question him
can't do
because
it.
I know the story. I would
Okay.
like to hear it from somebody else's perspective of how he tells it and what questions they would ask, because I know the story. I've known, you know, from us growing up together and then his mum. Then I asked his mum questions. Why did he leave Lloyd? Well, why did he leave Leroy? You know, things like that. So somebody could ask him them questions. That's other than me, better than me asking
Is his
him
mum
about
dead?
His mum passed away, about 3 years, 4 years ago, yeah.
Yawning.
And one of his brothers, a lot of the guys here know his brother, and then his sisters are still alive, and 2 of his brothers.
We can practice on each other next week, Sean.
Well, look at my
I'm
father.
not paired
Oh.
up with Phil. I'm near that age now.
Hold on.
No, the only
Okay,
person
go
who
on.
can talk about
What
is
did-
Kennedy.
Look at my father. My father was working on a ship, on the ships, and he used to travel the world. He used to stop off out of America or wherever he was going. Anyway, cut the story short, he headed for England, and when he arrived at Liverpool, he went off ship and met a few guys and stuff. You know, a few Caribbean guys. Never went back on ship, and that's how I ended up where I am
Where's your
today.
dad from?
Trinidad, Tobago.
Okay.
And
So
he
it was
never
like
went.
partying and
Yeah,
he
he
never
never
went
went back. He never went back.
Well, look at what's where we're going from.
Yeah.
And it's years
I know
later
where he
that
lived.
you know, years later when you're chatting to some of the older people and you go, like, does that, well, you probably won't use, but remember there used to be somebody called Babes, does anybody remember?
Yeah, she was a
So-
good cooker.
Yeah, great cook. My dad changed her nappy as she was a baby. I didn't find that until I was a woman. And then you get chatting, and then a few other guys, older guys, a couple of them, the brothers, Clive and some of they're passing out, but they were born in the same town as my dad, or the country, from St Elizabeth. But it's not till years later when people go, oh yeah, I knew your daddy back home, and I thought, did you? He left when he was a very young man. But they knew growing up. And it's funny that they all, you know, come and they all ended up here in Manchester and that's what made the community. The people, because they knew each other back home.
From the yard.
And they was told that England was, the roads were painted in gold. And you can get everything.
The Trinidadians told you, the West Indians told
no,
you
that was for all black man money. That was for all black man. That's why black man headed for England.
What?
Well, most
The streets
men,
are paved with gold. That was coming here for his wealth.
Yeah,
That's what he come here for.
a lot of
Went to
merchant
Liverpool
seamen
first.
people say.
Liverpool and
Must have been disappointed though, there's a load of flogging money.
My dad went to
No,
Bristol.
but what I'm saying is, a lot of people in the merchant navy settled here, they settled in Liverpool, and they settled here. My grandfather was a merchant navy. That's how he settled here.
yeah. Same with my dad.
Wales as well, you know.
I think the common thread is the merchant navy.
All the common merchant.
A lot of, we're a generation who have been born from men that served in the merchant navy, and 9 times out of 10 they were stokers.
Yeah.
They were grafters and had to, you know, shovel coal all the way through.
But would it be good to know one of them stories for true? What it felt like to be a stoker?
And then when he
If you
come
can
out,
find one,
Of course you find one.
well, my dad died at 80 odd, so whoever's living's got around that age now.
My dad used
Oh, hear that then.
We've gone right, haven't we? It had to happen. It had to happen.
He used to be a
See you all next week.
cooking for the captain. Yeah, and cutting the rails. That was his job.
See you next week. See you later.
Listen.